welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Lancaster, and as always, I am so incredibly excited that you are here today. Today is going to be a super fun video. We're switching it up a little bit. We're gonna be making breakfast together. We're gonna make some cinnamon rolls and make some coffee and just chat and answer some of your top questions. But of course, before we get into the video, before we start cooking it up in the kitchen, we need to make sure that our hands are properly clean and sanitized. I'm going to be using my favorite Muse Health hand sanitizer to do so. So as many of you know, Muse Health did a hashtag hands-on movement, and the hands-on movement was all about celebrating those who live in a hands-on way and also to encourage people to live in a hands-on way. Muse Health really wanted to find people that they could celebrate who are selfless and who put others first, and so you were able to nominate people, whether it was yourself or somebody in your life who you feel represents that. I am so incredibly excited to announce that 7 winners have been chosen. So each of the winners are awarded $3,000 and a year's worth supply of Muse Health hand sanitizer. I am so incredibly excited for all 7 winners, but I'm especially excited for one winner, and I want to tell you a little bit about her. Her name is Talia Boone. So Talia's story is really amazing. She started her own business called Postal Petals. She loves flowers, but it was a lot harder for her to find the bouquets of flowers that she loves because a lot of things were closed during the pandemic, of course. So basically the easiest way to explain how Postal Petals works is it is a farm-to-table produce box, but for fresh flowers. Postal Petals even offer services like you can take arrangement classes where you can receive tips from a professional florist on how to arrange your flowers. I just think it's so amazing how she didn't just say, oh well, I guess I can't have flowers. She made her own business. Postal Petals is amazing. Talia is amazing, and congratulations, Talia. So incredibly happy for you and excited for you. So the last thing I want to tell you all about is Muse Health's Buy One, Give One initiative. So for every bottle that is purchased, a bottle will be donated to somebody in need. You can use my code. I will put it right here. So please go ahead and check out Muse Health and use my code and go get yourself some hand sanitizer, and then you're also going to be helping someone stay confident and safe as well. So now let's get into the video. Okay, so let's get into it. I thought it would be so fun to film a make breakfast with me and chat and make coffee with me and all just really fun morning stuff. So, but let's see. Okay, I'm gonna make some cinnamon rolls this morning, and I thought it would be fun for you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram at Brittany Lancaster, and then I'm just going to answer them throughout this video. But first off, it says to preheat the oven to 400 degrees because we need to get these things cooking. Or no, baking. So while we wait, I guess we can make coffee and then we'll answer some questions. I'm a pretty simple gal, but the one thing that I require with my coffee is lavender syrup. I love lavender coffee. It's so incredibly yummy. I love this cold brew as well. It's really great. But always remember, for example, you see it says concentrate. I learned the hard way. I used to buy a lot of brands that said concentrate. I don't know, you know, sometimes you just don't really think about it. You're like, what? Concentrate? But yeah, it's concentrate. If you don't water it down or put some milk with it, very, very strong coffee. And then I put some milk in there as well. Beautiful. Here's why, you're probably wondering, Britt, why haven't you added ice yet? It's all part of the method. So then I add some lavender syrup, right? Honestly, I just eyeball everything every day. I never actually measure any of this. Okay, sweet. And then here's why I don't add the ice first, because you mix it without the ice first and it really helps the syrup like dissolve into the coffee or mix well into the coffee, whatever word you want to use. And then we add the ice. Beautiful. I'm already happier. Honestly, guys, I was a little hangry. Well, I am a little hangry. Also, I'm so sorry if you can hear background noise. There's construction going on at my apartment complex and there's nothing I can do about it. So if you hear anything in the background, I apologize, but we're just gonna roll with it. Like I was saying, I asked you guys to ask me questions on Brittany Lancaster Instagram, my Instagram, and questions that you wanted to know, and I was like, don't hold back, ask me anything. So let's see some of the questions you guys asked. Okay, let's start off strong. What was your dream job growing up? My dream job growing up was to be a vet, but that did not work out as planned because I volunteered at a vet clinic when I was in 7th grade, and they were doing a surgery on a dog. I think they were removing a wart off of the dog. Honestly, that's what the surgery was, and I almost passed out. Like I got completely blue in the face and just like almost just dropped right there. And I was like, I probably cannot become a vet if I almost pass out from seeing a wart be removed. So this is my favorite part about making cinnamon rolls. So you get to pop this. Okay, ready? 3, 2, ah! Cheers, yay! Oops, down she goes. Yum, they smell so good. It smells so good. Okay, so look at that. Oven is currently at 235 degrees. So we're almost there, more than halfway, progress. If you had to stick to one coffee order for the rest of your life, what would it be? An iced lavender latte with 2% milk. Cheers! Also, it would need to be from Snow Bunny Cafe because they personally, in my opinion, have the best iced lavender latte on the planet. Are you currently dating? I'm on dating apps and I am going on like casual dates, but I'm not dating one particular person, if that makes sense. Obviously, you have to be super COVID safe and super COVID conscious. So the dates that I have gone on, we've sat outside, we have made sure to not see other people before seeing each other. We have made sure to like wear masks when we're like walking anywhere together. So you definitely can date in a global pandemic. You just got to be creative about it and figure out like what works for you. I am dating in the sense of I'm going on dates and I'm on dating apps and I'm talking to people on dating apps, but I'm not dating one particular person. Like I'm not exclusive or even close to being exclusive with somebody. Like that's not happening. Ooh, somebody said, can you please film more day in the life vlogs? A lot of you guys seem to like my vlogs and like my what to eat in a days and all that stuff, but I wanted to switch it up for this video because I feel like that's what I always film, but that's what you guys always request, so that's what I film. If you want me to continue filming those, please let me know because I would love to do that. What was your best college memory? That's a really hard one, honestly. Like that's a really, really hard question because there were so many amazing memories, but I will say, like, I think my favorite part of college was football season, like getting ready to go to a football game with your friends. There's nothing better than that. Like also with college, there are festivities, there are, you know, like parties, and I would say personally, in my opinion, game day parties were exceptionally fun. And it was always a good time because after the games, my friends and I would always go to Qdoba and get burritos after every game, and so I loved game day. It was a great day. What are 3 things in life that you can't live without? My family, iced coffee, and you all. You guys have changed my life. I wouldn't want to live without you guys. How do you feel confident in a bikini? I love this question because I'm gonna give you an honest answer. For years, I would never wear a swimsuit, number one. Like I remember in 5th grade, I went on because I lived in Florida, right? Like I grew up in South Florida, I grew up in Fort Lauderdale. And for our 5th grade year trip, we took a trip to the Keys. And I was so self-conscious of being in a swimsuit around other people that I asked my brother to borrow his like swim trunks, and I wore like a tan bikini so it covered up like my like whole stomach, and then I wore his like swim trunks that went all the way to my knees. Like that's how much I did not want anybody to see me in a bikini, and I was in 5th grade. So I was 12 years old. That's crazy. And then for years, I only wore one pieces and all that stuff. But when I really started to dive into bikinis and figure out like, okay, how can I be confident wearing a bikini? This is what helped me. I started to pick styles of bikinis that made me feel confident. Because even to this day, there are certain bikinis that I like on my body better than others. You know, that's just like any piece of clothing. You have certain style of jeans that you like better on yourself than others. And it's the same thing with bikinis. So instead of focusing on this like one word of a bikini, remember there are so many different style bikinis that you can choose from. I love ones that are a little bit more high-waisted or have like elastic straps, just stuff that makes me feel confident and comfortable. That's what I love. So I really encourage you to find a bikini style that makes you feel good, and to remember that there's so many different styles to choose from. I love you, Brit. I love you too. How do you stay motivated every day to eat intuitively? I wake up and I don't fear food anymore. I'm not scared of food anymore. I don't critique everything that I eat. I don't overthink about food anymore. And that's the most liberating feeling, honestly. So what motivates me to keep eating intuitively is that food freedom, and is that just, oh my gosh, finally for once in my life, I don't put all this pressure on myself regarding food, and I really enjoy food. And so that's what motivates me to keep going, is just the fact that I actually have peace with food. What do you want to do with your career / future? That's a great question. So I updated you all on my podcast that I am going to be going full-time with Evelyn and Bobby. I love working for Evelyn and Bobby so much. They are just like, Evelyn and Bobby's an incredible company, and the women who I work with are incredible women. And there came a time in my life where I had to kind of figure out, hey, do I want to stick with Evelyn and Bobby and grow my career with them, or do I want to try and make social media my career instead of my passion? Both of them were growing to the point where I had to decide which one I was going to make my work priority. And I ended up choosing Evelyn and Bobby because I don't want to make you all my work priority. I don't like the feeling of thinking that I have to pay my bills by making content for you. You know, I didn't start social media for that reason, and I like just making content to make me happy, make you happy, help me, help you. And I just realized that I needed to get back to my why of why I started social media. And I started social media to help others through eating disorder recovery and body confidence and self-love and all these different things. And so I was very timid to choose that as my career. You never know what's gonna happen in 5 years. Maybe in 5 years I will be ready to start my own business, or I don't even know. But for right now, I love my career with Evelyn and Bobby, and I see such a future with it, and I want to make you all my passion priority. So Evelyn and Bobby's my work priority, and you all are my passion and hobby priority. Anything fun coming in the future? Why, yes, there is. We have a couple really exciting projects. I can't talk about them yet. I'm also like a personal exciting journey. I'm moving into my own place in June, so we're doing boss girl hour. It's gonna be a great time. Obviously, you guys know that my roommates are my best friends. We're just all ready to kind of take that next step in our lives. I think a lot of you guys forget I'm 23, so I'm kind of ready to live on my own. So are they. They're starting their lives, and it's just a mutual like happy for you, next step, next chapter in life. But I am looking forward to that because that's an exciting adventure for me to take, single in my 20s, living on my own, you know, like how exciting is that? Are your what eat a days not daily anymore? When I started posting them daily, like it got to a point where I was noticing not as many people were interacting with them, and not as many people enjoyed them, but it was like the engagement wasn't as high. And I just realized it was almost like too much type thing. I realized that when I post every other day or every couple days, then people really were like, yes, I'm so happy you posted this, rather than, oh, here's another one of Brit's what eat a days, you know? And so also just with my schedule of, like I said, going full-time with my job, I'm getting ready to move in the next couple months. I'm working on all these different projects. Like I have a lot going on, so it's just sometimes not super realistic for me to film my what eat a days every single day anymore. And so yeah, now they're like every other day or every couple days, but I still post them many times throughout the week. So when you started to blow up on TikTok, how did you react? My honest answer is I didn't react. Like I even went on a walk with a friend a couple weeks ago. She was like, oh my God, like how has your life been? I'm sure this has been this crazy 180, like da-da-da-da. And I'm like, you know, in many ways, of course, yes, my life has changed in a lot of different ways, like having a podcast and having a YouTube channel and all these, you know, making TikToks and helping people and doing interviews and going on other people's podcasts, and yes, my life has changed in so many ways. And I don't know if it's the pandemic because I'm not like traveling to go meet people or things like that, but I really don't feel any different, or like my life really hasn't changed that much. Like my best friends are still the same people. My family, still the same people. What I value in my life is still the same people. But I think a big reason as to why I didn't react is because I have been posting body positive and body confidence and eating disorder recovery content for years, because I would share my story with just my personal friends and people who follow me in my personal life and things like that. When TikTok started to kind of blow up, it just caught wind type thing, and before you knew it, here we are. And so for me, I think I also didn't react because these are topics that I've been passionate about and I've been speaking about for many years. It's just now there's a lot more people joining in on the journey. So that's my honest answer to that. Will you ever get your own pet dog? P.S. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for everything you do. You're awesome. But yes, I definitely want to get a dog one day, but I'm gonna wait a couple years. Just to be honest, I'm not ready for a dog at all. Not that you can't travel when you have a dog, but once this whole pandemic is over, I want to go travel. Then you have to. Ooh. Okay, they're ready. They look so good. Whoa. Oh my gosh. But yeah, honestly, like when you have a dog and you go travel, you have to have somebody watch your dog, right? Also, dogs are a lot of responsibility. You know, you have to train them and take care of them and feed them and take them to the vet, and there's vet bills. Like there's just a lot that goes into a dog. It's kind of like, I always describe it like it's like having a child. Like I want to have a lot of kids one day, but right now I'm not ready for a baby. Also, I don't have anyone to have a baby with me. But next topic, like I definitely do want a dog in a couple years. Something that when I saw this question, somebody asked me like, how did you stop seeing food as good versus bad? Like, and I know that a lot of people struggle with that. And what I'll tell you is just when you start listening to your body, that is when that mindset started to go away. And also, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, who made the handbook of what is a good food and what is a bad food? Like, is there even anything that says what is good and bad by a balance is key? That's just what I tell people. That's the honest answer. And I think once you start listening to your body and you feel good and you're like, yes, I don't feel deprived on anything and I feel nourished, and that's what really helped me just stop putting so much weight on labeling everything, because honestly, labeling everything is exhausting. Just in anything in life, like whether it's your, I don't know, just labeling can get exhausting and I just don't like it, so. Cheers. Oh my goodness, that is fantastic. Did you finish Gilmore Girls? Yes. If so, what did you think? And who's your favorite character? Well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched it, but I would say, I don't know if I have a favorite character. Is that bad? I really liked the show, but there was also, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't really love the ending, because I watched, you know how Netflix made like an original series to like a year in the life of the Gilmore Girls? I did not like the ending of that, because I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You're gonna leave us at that? But I did really like it. Oh, I know who my favorite character was. Emily, the grandma. I thought she was so funny, and of course she could be really rude at times, but she always meant well. You could always tell that whatever she was saying was just out of love, even if it came off as rude. And I think what I loved about Emily so much is that she was just such a strong woman. Like, she was so strong, and I love that about her. What is one piece of advice you always go by? My stepmom always tells me this: don't make a movie in your head. If there's something that's going on in your life, or if you have conflict with a friend, or if there's drama in your friend group right now, or if you are upset by something that your parents said to you, don't make a movie in your head. Just confront the situation. If something bothers you, talk about it, like open up about it, confront the person in a nice way, and just be like honest and be like, hey, this upset me, can we talk about this? Or I would love like to have a little bit of clarification on when you said this, or whatever it is. Or like, hey, do you mind if we just talk about this real quick? Don't make a movie in your head. Just address the situation and move forward. I love that piece of advice. Thanks, Deb. I'll end this one. What's the first thing you want to do when COVID ends? Travel. 100%. I miss traveling so much. Also, in the idea of traveling, I would love to do like a meetup and meet you guys, or to meet some of like my really amazing friends that I've made on social media and TikTok. I would love to travel and meet them, and so that's definitely the first thing. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I hope you enjoyed this style video. I know it's kind of all over the place, but honestly, today is a very busy day for me, and I'm running like very fast speed because I have a lot that I need to get done today, but that's okay. We love productivity. We love having stuff on our plate. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you more than you know. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video or any other videos you want to see in the future. I am looking into getting a better camera because I know that that would be very helpful. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Cheers. Have a great day.